You can layer weapons right now in Monster Hunter Wilds if you are on PC. Console players, I'm sorry, but you gotta wait until the official update eventually comes out for this. But don't worry guys, this mod will not get you banned. These mods are totally fine, and this game does not have any anti-cheat built into it. In Monster Hunter Wilds, there are some really sick and awesome designed weapons that unfortunately don't get seen, at least currently in the end game. And we're kind of stuck with RTN weapons for now, across most of the weapon types. They're pretty cool, don't get me wrong, but the green color across all of them leave a lot to be desired when there's other great looking weapons in the game. But using those great weapons offer less power and overall damage, so we kind of have to use the RTN weapons in most cases, especially if you care about that stuff. And then you can make your RTN weapon look like any weapon from that class in the game. And I'm gonna show you guys how to install it, use it, and also how to remove it, along with another great series of mods that we should talk about. First things first, we're gonna need RE Framework. This is the standard for any type of mod within these games, especially if your game is using the RE engine, which most of Capcom's do. We're gonna need to download this, and it's been pretty good these last couple weeks. I haven't even had to update my RE Framework mod since March 12th. I was using the older one. So there is a new one now. We're gonna go over to the manual download. You're going to need an account in order to download from this website. It's completely free, so go ahead and hit that slow download. It's a pretty small file. Shouldn't take you too long at all. Okay, and once that is done, I'm also going to be linking this down below, the Layer Any Weapon mod. This is probably the best one that I've used so far because it doesn't require you to keep track of the ID of the weapon, which can be a little complicated. Major props and thanks to Ling Samuel for creating this mod and making it super easy to use. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I'll be linking it down below. All you got to do is go to File, go to Manual Download, and do the same thing. Slow download this one. It's a very, very small file. And the next mod we're going to need in order to get our game to read it properly is the Category Library mod. It's called CatLib. I'll be linking this as well. We're going to go down to Files. We're now the latest one, which has been updated since I've downloaded it. And go, okay, it says you need RE Framework in order to use this, which we already have. We're going to go ahead and slow download this also. So far, that's it for the layered weapons. Now, what you're going to want to do is go into your Steam and right-click Monster Hunter Wilds, go down to Manage, and browse local files. That's the quickest way in order to access this. Now we're going to minimize Steam, and what I recommend is make the window bigger just so you can see everything that's in here. So we're in the base folder for Monster Hunter Wild, so we're going to open up RE Framework, and you'll see it's just one single file that's called dinput8.dll. This is all you need. All you got to do is drag it in here. It's not going to tell you to replace it because I already have it. It's going to just drag it in there. You probably won't even know it's in there. It's a very tiny file, really easy to install. Now, if it's your first time installing RE Framework, I do recommend booting up the game at least once so it can populate these folders here. This RE Framework folder, as well as a couple of other log files that will be created once you boot the game up once with RE Framework. Keep in mind, installing RE Framework will make the game boot up take a little bit longer than usual, even though the game already is kind of long in itself. It can sometimes take 30 to 45 seconds longer in order to open it up. Now, once you boot up your game, and it populated these files, you go in here and you see these files are in there now. And now we're going to open up the Layer Any Weapon mod that we just downloaded. Now we're going to open this folder that says Layer Any Weapon. Just to play it safe, I take all of them. You don't have to. I think you just need the mod info.ini and the RE Framework one. But we're going to take all three of these and we're going to drag it into the game and replace files in that destination. So you'll see doing this puts the files already in the folder for you. So in RE Framework folder, you're going to see this auto run script. These aren't necessarily mods, they're scripts to tell RE Framework to access and do certain things. And this one that we just installed was the Layer Any Weapon one. Now the third file we need is the catlib file that we also downloaded. We're going to open this up, keep it next to Monster Hunter Wild. So we're going to open up catlib and we're going to take the RE Framework folder and we're going to take the modinfo.ini, both of these, and we're going to drag that into the Monster Hunter Wilds directory. For me, it's going to tell me if I'm sure I want to replace this because I already have it. Go ahead and do that, and that's it. That's all you need it to do. Now, if you want to get rid of this, you can totally just click this and then hit delete, get rid of it, and that's it. If you want to get rid of RE Framework entirely and just say to hell with mods, all you're going to do is go over to date modified, sort it where the latest date is up here just to make things a little bit easier. We're going to highlight all the things that we need to uninstall, which would be the cover, the mod info ini. I'm holding control while I click this to highlight them. The dinput8 folder, which is RE Framework. We're going to need to do the RE framework log as well, the RE2 framework config, RE framework UI, the access files text, the loose files, those right there. And we're going to scroll down a little bit more and access some more stuff just to make sure that we cover all of it. You can also delete the RE framework folder right here. That's it. And to get rid of them, you can hit delete and delete all of them, and mods will be removed from your game. If you love the mod series videos, we have a ton of other great ones coming your way. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on that, and help raise that 38% even higher. We're going to be doing a masterclass performance mod update video. It's going to contain all the stuff. It's going to be the end all be all as far as performance goes for this game. And we'll be talking about that very soon. So now when you boot up Monster Hunter Wilds, you see this little window up here show up on the top left for you guys. If you want to get rid of that window, you could always click the X button here, or you could press insert. For me, it brings up insert brings up another mod. We're not going to talk about that right now. But one thing that I do recommend you do is go to configuration and increase the font size of RE framework just so it makes things a little bit easier to read. And then if you go on the bottom right of the window here, there's actually a drag icon. You can go ahead and make the window even bigger so you can actually read everything on there. So in order to find this, what we're going to do is go down to script runner. I'm going to scroll down and you'll see any known scripts that you have are currently highlighted or checked off and are running. There are no script errors yet. So we're going to close that tab down and then we're going to go to script generated UI. This is where we're going to be making all the changes. You'll see the layer any weapon mod is here. And it's currently enabled, but the game isn't loaded in yet because you need to be loaded in order to see any of the weapons in the game. So for now, we're going to close this and we're going to go into the game and boot it up. Now that we're in the game, I'm actually going to switch to a different class like my Charge Blade that uses an RTN weapon. So go to my Paralyze. Okay, I have the Chrono Gear. And you'll see it actually is I think this is the Rathalos Charge Blade. That's the skin that I chose for it. So we're going to press insert in order to bring up RE framework here now that we're in the game, and scroll all the way down, script generated UI, and you'll go to the weapon that you currently are on, which is Charge Blade. That's going to automatically select that for you. You're going to go to weapon type layer. Scroll down here, bring it down, and you'll see that the Charge Blade I'm currently using is the Guardian Albathos. And if you click this window, it brings up all the other Charge Blades that are possible to layer over your character. So let's say I want to put the Ray Dow Charge Blade on. I just go ahead and do that, and I don't even need to close this out. I could just leave this open. You'll see it didn't change automatically. In order to get it to change, we just need to go into the equipment menu and change our weapon once. So I'll go to Charge Blade. Let me move this over so you guys can actually see what's going on here. So I'm just going to switch my Charge Blade to whatever it is, and you'll see it automatically switched it to the Ray Dow one. And go ahead and while this is open, go ahead and switch things around, see what you like. Let's go and look at the Lala Barina one. That's what that looks like, and clearly I'm on the RTN weapon, and you can scroll down and choose whichever other ones. Personally, I think the Gormagala one looks pretty cool, especially with like these colors that my character is wearing. It's more purple than it is on the pink side, but there's that one there too. And you could do this for any weapon that you have equipped, guys. And that's how you layer your weapons currently on PC. Very easy, simple, and straightforward to do. Make the window a little bit bigger so you don't have to keep scrolling all the way down. But yeah, once you make a change, it's not going to reflect unless you unequip and re-equip a weapon. So that's how you make that appear easily. Axelion Blade. Switch there and switch there. I mean, this looks cool when it's in action. I feel like there's like flames and stuff on there, so the effects stay on it really well. This mod is cool, man. It's better than using this one all the time, and it's like everybody has it. And also another important thing to note, for everybody else that you interact with or play with, to them, they're not going to see the mod that you have installed. It's just going to look like the normal game for them. That's in general how most mods work whenever you have an online game. And what's cool is that it actually will remember your selection, so that anytime you boot up, as you guys saw when I booted up with the Rathian Charge Blade. Go ahead and put that one back on. I really like this one, man. The style of this is nice. And that, guys, is how you layer any weapon right now in Monster Hunter Wilds. It only requires 3 script mods, which are very easy to install. Now I just need you guys to comment down below, which weapon do you think looks the best? Now I wanted to add this into this video because I got a lot of questions about how to remove the ugly buff glow on your character that's unfortunately embedded within the game no matter what you do. Well, you need RE framework in order to do this, as well as catlib and stuff. So now that you guys have those installed, I'll show you guys how to do that too. It's very easy. It's the persistent glow buff removal. I read that wrong. We're gonna go down and download it. It's a script as well, so it's a very, very small file, 4 kilobytes. Oh yeah, all we need is RE framework. We actually don't need cat library for that. So I'll go ahead and we'll download that. And while we're at it, we're also going to download the disable lens distortion mod, which does improve the image quality in this game. This game has lens distortion baked into it, and it can kind of like, well, unfortunately distort the image and make things not look so great. So this is lens distortion on, this is it off. It makes the game image, models, and everything look just a little bit more sharper and less blurry. I highly recommend you guys try it out. I'm gonna show you guys how to uninstall it too if you run into any issues. We'll go down to file, we're gonna go to disable lens, manual download it, and download it. And we'll go down to slow download. Also, there is a mod I'm currently experimenting with right now. It's the texture file decompressor tool. It's very complicated, but it can make it so that the 4K texture pack that runs like butt on everybody's rig run a whole lot better. What this basically does is it will decompress the texture files within Monster Hunter that are constantly having to open and close itself over and over again while the game is running, which is causing a lot of weird stutters. It does make your file significantly larger, so if you're crunching for space on your rig, you kind of don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do some more tests on this to make sure that it's running good, because it's kind of a hectic install, and I want to make sure I'm able to install it and also remove it properly before making any of you guys do that. Okay, now that we have the persistent glow buff removal and disable lens downloaded, we're gonna go into Monster Hunter Wilds' folder. We're gonna go to Steam, Monster Hunter Wilds, manage, browse local files, open it back up. And for this one, it's just like we did with the previous ones, very easy to install. All we're gonna take is the RE framework folder and we're gonna drag it into here. And you'll see I already have it, so it's going to tell me sure if I want to add that. We'll do that one. And also the lens distortion one. Throw that in there as well. Say the same thing because I already have it. And if you open it up and you go into the auto run folder, you'll see it's just one LUA file. So in order to remove these, if you don't want them, you're going to go, let me actually move this window over so you guys can see it. So if you want to remove these, you're going to go down to the RE framework folder right here. I'm going to open this up, go to auto run and the disable lens LUA. We're going to go ahead and remove that. And there's also the buff glow removal. If you don't want that either, you can go ahead and remove that too. And after you remove disable lens or persistent buff glow removal, you're also going to have to go back one page, go into data and delete the config files for those two. If there are any, just the buff glow one is here for me, and that should be good to go. Very simple mods to install. Now that we're in the game, we're going to go to the script generated UI and you'll see the persistent glow buff removal options are right here. And it'll open up another window too. And from this, you're actually able to select and choose. Oh, I can't make it bigger, it doesn't seem like. You're able to choose and select which buffs you want to hide. So you can hide the healing loop one, the hide attack boosts and stuff, item buffs, as well as skill buffs if you want to do that. I don't recommend that one. There's also weapon buff effects for individual weapons. Like dual blades, if you want to hide demon mode for whatever reason, that's the red glow. You can go ahead and do that. There's debuff effects too. And these ones over here. Very easy and straightforward to install and use, to be honest. And if you ever want to disable any of them, remember, you can go to the script runner tab right here, bring this down, and you can uncheck or check whichever one it is you want to disable. So disable the buff glow removal. You'll see my character got it on right now. Just don't really like the way this looks. Also, don't like how we're in a weird angle here. Okay. So turn it on. There you go. It's off. That's how you install it. You guys enjoy those mods. We have a masterclass video coming out soon that just covers all of the basic stuff that you need, all the performance things that are currently available, at least that we can do until Capcom themselves officially patch the game. If you guys found any of this helpful and you want to help out the channel, consider using our instant gaming link pinned down below. You guys can go there and get Kazan right now for his Berserker for $46 and a bunch of other great games for significantly cheaper priced. Some really big bangers on this one, man, between Split Fiction, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Kazan. Doom is coming out very soon. I highly recommend you guys take advantage of this discount. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Monster Hunter content, especially next week, are coming your way. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Big update coming in on Friday, and you don't want to miss that. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.